Welcome to the 309C Electrician Certificate of Qualification, Domestic and Rural Last Mile Playbook, tailored for the province of Ontario.
This video outlines your last mile roadmap in 8 sections. You can skip ahead using the chapter markers. The roadmap covers placement, hours and logbook, STO eligibility, booking, the exam, prep strategy, exam day, and post-pass actions.
6,390 hours of work-based training. That's what your 309C apprenticeship requires before you can sit the C of Q exam. Saying just go get an apprenticeship is tone-deaf when residential shops are small, one-truck operations that change hands fast, and journey persons in residential lose billable hours every time they stop to teach. If you don't have placement yet, start with apprenticeshipsearch.com. Residential leans non-union more than commercial, so IBEW dispatch is less common for 309C than 309A, but it exists. IBEW Local 353 job line 416-510-3532. Local 586 in Ottawa 1-800-363-6846. Here's what most 309C apprentices don't know. Contractors with active residential permits and publicly awarded work post that data publicly. AEC Stack pulls it and surfaces it. A residential contractor with active permits in your area has work and may have capacity to take on an apprentice. You get a target list, not a directory. AECstack.com, free sign up. If you already have placement but you're missing exposure, residential apprentices commonly miss farm electrical, generators and transfer switches, solar PV, or EV charging. Same data, different use. Find shops doing the work you need. Ask your sponsor for a 2 to 4 week loan out. Section 2 focuses on hours and the logbook. 6,390 work-based hours under a registered training agreement. 810 hours of in-school technical training across 3 levels. Standard pace is 4 years, about 1 year less than 309A. Important curriculum note. New Level 1 launches September 2024. New Level 2 launches September 2025. New Level 3 launches September 2026. Level 4 in the new combined curriculum applies to 309A only. 309C remains a 3-level program. If you're unsure which curriculum applies to you, phone STO at 647-847-3000 or your training delivery agency. Don't guess. Logbook discipline. Every competency signed. Every subskill signed with a real date, not a month-year stamp. Sign-offs the same week the work is done. Residential is where this matters most. Small one-truck shops change ownership fast. 6 months after you stop pushing for signatures, you're chasing them from people who don't remember you or from a shop that doesn't exist anymore. Common 309C exposure gaps. Farm and rural service work if your shop is urban, generators and transfer switches if your shop sticks to standard service, solar PV or EV charging if your shop hasn't kept up. Recovery moves are the same as any electrical trade. Walk the apprenticeship training standard with your sponsor. Batch missing sign-offs. STO can reissue lost records at 647-847-3000. Section 3 covers STO eligibility. Once your hours, subskills, and final school transcript are in, STO reviews and issues an eligibility notice. 4 to 8 weeks of paperwork lag. What triggers eligibility for 309C? All 3 school levels complete and passed. 6,390 work-based hours logged. All competencies signed off. Sponsor's final attestation submitted. If 4 to 8 weeks turns into 16, call STO at 647-847-3000. Apprentice ID, sponsor's business number, school name ready. No transcript means push your training delivery agency. No attestation means chase the sponsor in writing. Don't try to book the exam without eligibility on file. STO won't release exam slots until your file is flagged ready. Section 4 details booking the exam through the Skilled Trades Ontario portal. Book through portal.skilledtradesontario.ca. Sign in with My Ontario account. Pay the exam fee first. Click Examination. Enter your STO ID. Select name and exam type. Indicate accommodations if you have them. Choose date, time, and test center. Confirm. Authorization to test letter emailed. Completed Ontario apprentices get an automatic fee waiver on first attempt. Rewrites cost $150 plus HST. Accommodations must be arranged with STO directly before booking. The portal won't capture them. For 309C, regional test centers outside the GTA often have shorter wait times and easier parking. Check the regional options before locking in Toronto. Don't book before you're ready. Rewrites cost the full fee plus a 3-day mandatory wait. Section 5 discusses what is on the exam, focusing on residential and rural content. Written, computer-based, multiple choice. Pass mark is 70%. Closed book during the exam with on-screen calculator and on-screen OESC excerpts provided. Important caveat for 309C. STO does not publicly post the question count or duration for 309C the way they do for 309A. Both are documented only in the 309C exam counseling sheet and on your authorization to test letter. Download the counseling sheet from the STO 309C trade page and read it before booking. Confirm the duration on your authorization to test letter. The 309C blueprint emphasizes residential and rural electrical heavily. Approximate weighting from the counseling sheet. Health and safety, 8 to 10%. Electrical theory, 10 to 15%. OESC application with residential focus, 18 to 22%. Service equipment and grounding, 12 to 18%. Branch circuits and wiring methods, 10 to 15%. Lighting and receptacles, 8 to 10%. Specific systems including agricultural and generators, 8 to 12%. Customer service and documentation, 5 to 8%. The OESC weighting is heavier on 309C than 309A because the scope is narrower and more code-defined. The single most tested reference is the 2024 OESC, 28th edition, in force May 1, 2025. About $243 hard copy, $217 PDF from CSA Group. OESC sections you need cold for 309C. Section 8 for service calculations, Section 10 for bonding and grounding, Section 12 for wiring methods, Section 22 for wet and corrosive locations including agricultural, Section 26 for installation rules, Section 28 for motors and generators, Section 32 for residential fire alarm and smoke alarms, Section 62 for electric heating, Section 68 for pools, spas, hot tubs, and Section 86 for electric vehicle charging. Section 6 outlines how to prep. STO doesn't publish a 309C specific prep guide. The closest content syllabus you'll get, the 309C Apprenticeship Training Standard, the combined 2024 Curriculum Standard, the 309C Exam Counseling Sheet, and the Supplemental Resource Guide, all free. Your most valuable resource, your in-school binders. The exam tests what you were taught. Buy the 2024 OESC 28th edition, tab it by section, flashcard the most common rule numbers. The codebook is heavier in 309C than in 309A. For paid prep, George Brown College runs Electrician 309A and 309C pre-exam as a combined course through continuing education. Phone their registrar for current fee and intake. Other Ontario colleges run pre-exam intermittently. Phone their Con Ed registrar directly to ask about 309C offerings. Orderline.com publishes a 309C specific product line, 6th edition online study guide, practice exam questions in 5th and 6th editions, and a pre-exam workbook. Trades Exam Hub also publishes a 309C study guide. Caveat: older editions are based on the CEC 25th edition from 2021. Use them for question format practice. Cross-check every rule against the 2024 OESC 28th. Where 309C apprentices actually fail, per prep instructors and apprentice forms. 1. Service calculations under Rule 8-200 for single dwellings. Load demand factors, multi-service installations. 2. GFCI and AFCI requirements in residential under Section 26. Location-specific rules that change with each code edition. 3. Pool, hot tub, and spa bonding under Section 68. Uniquely tested, often missed. 4. Agricultural building bonding and grounding under Section 22. Barns, milking parlors, and similar facilities. 5. EV charging installations under Section 86. Rapidly expanding code area, frequently misread by apprentices who haven't kept up. What works? Drill OESC navigation, timed full-length practice exams, group study, a one-day OESC 28th edition code update through ESA or CSA. What doesn't work? Cramming, relying on field experience, skipping units you don't see at work, Farm electrical, especially if you're urban. Studying on the wrong code edition. Timeline? 3 to 6 weeks of focused review at 10 to 15 hours per week. Generally less than 309A because the scope is narrower.
Section 7 covers exam day essentials. Bring government photo ID, 2 pieces just in case, your printed authorization to test letter, a pen for scratch paper. Provided at the center, on-screen calculator, on-screen OESC excerpts, scratch paper, English and French dictionaries. Cannot bring phone, books, prep workbooks, smartwatch, personal calculators of any kind, any external codebook. All confiscated at check-in. Accommodations must be arranged with STO before booking. The portal won't capture them. On screen, 1 question at a time, 4 multiple-choice answers, flag for review button, running clock, question counter. Pacing. If a question takes more than 3 minutes, flag and move on. Revisit at the end. Most fails come from pacing, not knowledge. Pass or fail shows on screen immediately. Unit level scoring follows by mail or email in a few weeks. If you fail, 30-day mandatory wait. $150 plus HST rewrite. Unit level scoring shows you what to drill. Section 8. After you pass. Pass or fail shows on screen immediately. Paper trail follows in 4 to 8 weeks. You receive your 309C Certificate of Qualification, your record added to STO's public register, and your apprenticeship completion certificate. Important difference from 309A. There is no red seal endorsement for 309C. 309C is provincial only. You're authorized to work as an unsupervised residential and rural worker in Ontario. Other provinces have their own residential electrical credentials. The red seal construction electrician designation is achieved through 309A, not 309C. What changes immediately? Wage jumps to journey person scale. The verified range for fully qualified 309C electricians is $34 to $47.38 per hour. You're eligible to sponsor your own 309C apprentices with employer approval. The clock starts on your master electrician exam eligibility. 3 years of post-309C journey person experience required. 2 opportunities specific to 309C that 309A apprentices don't get. 1. The Ontario Apprenticeship Completion Bonus, $2,000. Applies to non-red seal trades within 180 days of receiving your certificate of apprenticeship. 309C qualifies. 309A does not, because 309A is now red seal. 2. The 309A upgrade path. If you eventually want commercial or industrial work, you can upgrade. 2 routes. Trade equivalency assessment, where STO evaluates your 309C experience plus any commercial exposure and approves you to challenge the 309A exam directly. Minimum 8 weeks. Or reapprentice as 309A with a commercial sponsor, completing additional school and hours. Phone STO at 647-847-3000 to find out which route fits your work history. Most 309C electricians never upgrade. Residential is a complete career. Many of Ontario's most successful one-truck residential contractors are 309C only masters. The Master Electrician Exam. 80 multiple-choice questions. 3 hours. Open book with the OESC and the relevant legislation book. Fee $161 plus HST. $181.93 total. Pass mark 70% overall plus 60% per section. The master license opens contracting. The licensed electrical contractor application costs $497.20. Requires a designated master electrician on staff, you or someone you hire, $2 million in commercial general liability insurance, and an incorporated business or sole proprietorship. A 309C only master can sign permits for residential and rural work, not commercial or industrial. Full written guide at aecstack.com/guides/309C-electrician, domestic and rural. Linked in the description below. Questions specific to your situation? Drop them in the comments. I read them. Next videos in the electrical family. 434A, power line technician. Then 306A, plumber, and the rest of the trades. Post C of Q business setup, including master electrician and licensed electrical contractor application, is a separate playlist coming up. That's the last mile to your 309C.